Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, the pressmen that are here present, the religious leaders here present. We celebrate you all. The civil society in our midst this afternoon, we celebrate you. Today being the 19th day of April 2021, we present to you in our media edition of this international press conference on an internal report of Joint Council on Civil Societies and Religious Affairs in Nigeria on the allegations against Dr. Issa Pantami. Fellow Nigerians, recall that barely a fortnight ago, there have been media reports that portrayed the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Pantami, as a religious extremist. On the basis of this report, also followed insinuations that Dr. Pantami previously had links with some extremist groups in the past as a religious and civil society leaders. There is no doubt that we remain the conscience of the nations and must live up to our responsibilities. To this end, and to live our obligations, it's become eminent for independent investigations to be launched into the allegations against Dr. Issa Pantami as a public officer. Indeed, the Joint Council on Civil Societies and Religious Affairs set up a committee to investigate these allegations. Gentlemen of the press, today we have called you here to make our findings public for the benefit of patriotic Nigerians. This is important for us as a Nigeria, as a conscience of the people, to fulfill our obligations to the nations. We hold the government accountable at all times to live up to their contract with the people. In the same vein, we owe public officers some moral support needed to offer services to the people of Nigeria. On the strength of this duty, we made our independent findings and found the allegations against Dr. Issa Pantami as not only untrue but unfair, unjust to his person and character, but a fundamental plot to tamper the image of our dear country before the international community and the world at large. We find these allegations to be against the interests of the people who both own this nation. If, as a conscience of the nation, we fail to correct these misconceptions, then we have fundamentally failed in our obligations, both to the people and the government of Nigeria. The Council, after exhaustive investigations, found out the following. One, that Dr. Ali Issa Pantami is a dedicated sheikh of the Islamic faith, just as we are bishops and priests in Christian faith. We hold this to be the inalienable right of every Nigerian, including Dr. Issa Pantami. That secondly, that Dr. Pantami as a sheikh preaches the convictions as laid in the holy Islamic lectures, same way Christian clerics do according to the Bible. Religious leaders do not base their teachings on personal views, and on this account cannot be held personally responsible for the teaching according to the scripture of Islam. The single fact exonerates the allegations against Dr. Issa Pantami as an individual. 3. The council also found out that the allegations has been a target on both the person of the minister and the image of the country and his office as a Minister of Communications and Digital Economy by unpatriotic elements in this country. 4th, the council also found out that Dr. Issa Ali Pantami at no time has any personal link with any extremist group, both as a sheikh and as a public officer. The young man who brought national identity card registration has done a noble task, has done the best for this country. Many people don't know what is national identity card or number, NIMS number. But believe me, that thing has saved Nigeria to an extent. In my international passport today, NIMS are there. Our numbers are there. So many things have been linked to our national identity number. It is the effort and one of the benefits that Nigerians have benefited from, the intellectual property and the ideas and his own capacity as a Minister of Telecommunication and Digital Economy. So Mr. President should not just throw the infant baby with the water. You can't just say because somebody brought an allegation or a foreign nature brought an allegation against one of the best youthful ministers in this country and say, let's throw them out. There are many preachers that have been, many religious leaders and so many politicians who have committed some atrocities, but yet the mercies of God prevail. And so many of them today, the people in government, they temper justice with mercy. Some politicians could have been in EFCC cell today. Some religious leaders could have been in prison today. But the mercies of God and many leaders has considered them because of the benefit we are going to derive from these people.